Okay. You should see it. Let me know, Shane. But we should be live. No?
No, I don't see it. It's on the
I'm getting a
Laravel.
nod from Simon. I'm getting a no from Shane.
Oh well, maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing.
I can I can see we're live on Twitter. So
On Twitter, I don't see it on YouTube though.
yeah.
We're live. I see us.
Hey,
I
okay.
see us. We're so live.
Hey everybody. Hey, I
Hi,
see it now.
everyone.
I do see it now.
We're so dead and so alive.
This is like grandparents trying to see if like the FaceTime is working. And they're like, "Are you there? I don't see you." And I'm
Turn the
saying this about
camera around.
myself too.
And they're
It's
just
like,
like,
Grandma, you're
I can
pointing it at the
see it.
floor.
Yes, exactly. Or up your nose. That's great. Thanks.
Yeah, we should start a stream like that to really make it
Yeah.
up.
That's a great idea.
Oh,
Cool.
I'll give people a minute or two to jump in. Oh, we have Dave here already. Hi, Dave.
What's oh,
Hey,
Dave?
Dave.
Welcome. What's up, party people? We are trying to party. We went live, weren't sure if we were live or not. But we're so good now. We're so back.
I'm gonna post this on our Discord as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
You should be able to
Sweet.
grab links, but if you need any links from me, let me know too.
I'll post on Twitter.
Hi, Vikas. Welcome in. How are you doing? How are you? I'd also love to know if anyone here was at Laracon US. Like, how was it for you? How'd you enjoy Laracon? And what was your favorite talk?
I don't mind.
Oh, what was yours?
I can't remember her last name. Christina
Martinez from Recent.
Martinez. I was sitting next to Simon, and then Pavlos was next to him, and I look over at the end, and he's literally in tears. It was very good,
Oh,
very emotional.
oh.
Yeah, it was very, very well done. I told her it's probably one of the best
Mm-hmm.
Laracon talks I've ever seen, ever. I've seen a few. Yeah, it was very good. It was very moving. She was very well paced and
Mm-hmm.
inspiring. Yeah, good
She's
job.
great. She's really, really great. And I think it was only her second ever conference talk too. Her first one was at
Yeah.
React Miami in April this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, and the slides were made, the Tamagotchi and your inner
Mm-hmm.
Tom, and yeah, it was very, very
Mm-hmm.
well done.
I think I don't really know mine. I liked a lot of the talks. I really like Christina's. I like Joe T's with the mobile app. I really liked how interactive his was. Who else? It's hard. I saw bits and pieces of everyone's talk because I was running around. I really want to watch back Pauline's talk from MongoDB about JJ because I've heard really good things about that one
Oh yeah,
too.
I didn't see that either.
What was
She'll
your
be in
favorite one? Or what were we gonna say, Shane?
she'll be in Denmark, I think, next week.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, she will be. And she's speaking again. I don't know if it's the same talk, but she's speaking again. What was yours, Simon?
Uh, I mean, I love all of the talks. You know, everybody brings like something different to the table, which is really cool. Um, I have to say, you know, Aaron's intro was super rousing for me
Mm-hmm.
because, and not just because of the news, you know, about him joining the Laravel team. I think he could have ridden that wave quite a bit through those intro comments. Um, but I don't think that he did. I think he came with a very sort of thought-provoking take on like what's happened over the last year, which, you know, I think everybody knows has changed a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I just, yeah, I was very aligned to his way of thinking on, you know, his take on what's happening
Mm-hmm.
in the industry. So, um, yeah, that like kicked the whole thing off for me. this year in a really good way. So it's not really a talk. That's not fair. I think if I pick an actual talk, and I know this is cheesy, but I am going to go with Taylor's because I think he did something. Last year was like a very intense Laravel talk, and it
Mm-hmm.
was like quite long, you know, and there was a lot of updates, and it was kind of crazy. This year, I think it was very tight, and it was really a really good set of updates, you know, and I think that's what a lot of people come to Laracon US for, is to hear like what's going on in the framework, what's going on in the ecosystem.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I just found like that's the fun part. Um, so I found that fun. I really liked it.
I almost said Taylor's too, but then I was like, I can't do that. That feels like a cop out. Like
Too
for me, I was
cliche.
like, yeah.
Yeah,
But I really liked the updates in Laravel talk that Taylor gave too, because I just like loved seeing everyone's reaction to the announcements of like all the stuff the team has been working so hard on.
yeah,
And then as I would like live tweet it and people are like really excited about the things I'm excited about, I just love seeing that and like the energy of
yeah.
that. And I was really excited about the inertia dev tools. Like I was so excited about that one.
Too excited.
Too excited.
Yeah.
Let's see. We
Uh,
have
one
Javier's.
of the things that I think is really good is that
Mhm.
I would say I picked up on a little bit more this year was how people being mentioned, you know, like from within the team. You know, you've worked on this thing, and you've helped make this specific feature come out. There's just a lot more recognition of the work that the community, not just the
Mhm.
community, but like the organization, you know, people behind the scenes, which was
Mhm.
very cool. I um I actually can't remember. Maybe I think Nuno did it quite a bit, like community ones in his because of
Mhm.
pest stuff. That was very cool. It was just really nice to see, you know, it's not just about the person who's on stage and yeah,
We tried to do that too in the community updates. Like Josh
yeah,
and I,
it's
um,
great.
like shouting out Jack and Luke, who like were one of the top 5 contributors to Laravel who don't like work at Laravel, and just wanting to like shout out the community that helps make all of it happen. So I like that part too.
I think it's
And
something
Punya Paul,
unique to this community.
yeah.
Maybe I just I'm not in any other communities. I don't peer my head
Hmm.
out intentionally. I don't really care to, because I feel at home and at peace with Laravel and everybody around. But I feel like it's unique and it's special, and everyone is just so encouraging. And anybody can come in at any point, whether you've got 16 years of working with Laravel or 6 months of
Hmm.
working with Laravel, you can contribute and get recognition, and everyone will see you for what you're doing. So it's cool.
I I agree. Also, hi Punya Paul, who was one of the ones shouted out in Nuno's talk actually.
Yep.
I'm pretty
Hmm.
sure. He says, let's make shit happen. Hell yeah,
Hey.
brother. But yeah, I actually, my first Laracon, I was like a month into Laravel and I was terrified, but everyone was so nice and so welcoming. Talks were great and I bought into the community and here I, here I am
Yep.
like 2 years later. Let's see. But we're getting a lot of comments. Let's go through some of them and then we'll kind of intro. But, hi, Hamid. And then Javier had said, hi, what good things will you share with us today? Stay tuned and you'll find out.
Got some good stuff, I think. Yeah.
Hi, James. Welcome in. Hi, Mary. That's a good hat. Did I feel like Mary got the same hat?
She
Did Mary
probably
get a hat?
did from our event, which we'll talk about that, I think. But
Yeah.
these are available, not to not plug it. Shop.nativephp.com. I'm pretty sure it's the only thing that you can buy there right now
Yeah,
at the
that is.
moment. Shop.nativephp.com. Yeah. If you want
One
one,
second.
go for it.
The Etsy shop, right?
It is Etsy. Yep.
Because I typed in, it took me to Etsy. I wanted to make sure I shared the link here from the Etsy once it redirected me.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Should be the right thing.
They do a it's international fulfillment, so you should be good no matter where you are.
Okay, that's good. Hi, Francisco. Welcome in. Says long time no see. I know last week was so long ago. So long ago. And we have Devin. Love everyone on this live.
Yay, Devin.
Garbulosa.
Great job with your talk, Devin.
Oh yeah, Devin's talk was really good. First talk ever. Do you have matching
Wild.
socks? You need to make socks happen.
Yeah, all right.
Okay. That's actually, give me
I
like
want
20
socks.
minutes.
Okay, good. And we got a lot of call outs to native PHP. So it seems like most people here know who you two are. But hi, everyone. Today we're doing a live stream about native PHP and going over some of the announcements that were made at the Vibes event that was on, oh God, what day was it? Thursday of last week? Yeah. So it was technically day 3 for Laracon and Laracon events. But it was on Thursday. It was a paid event you could go to called The Vibes, hosted by Shane and Simon, where they were announcing some really exciting things. So we'll be going over some of that stuff here today. But let's start with some quick intro. So hi, my name is Leah Thompson. I am a DevRel engineer here at Laravel, and I work very closely with our community. And I'm here today with Simon and Shane. Who wants to introduce themselves first?
I'll go. The American stereotype. Why not? I don't have like a proper intro, I suppose. I'm Shane. I work on native PHP full time. I've been with Laravel since 2013, like full time. And I love tinkering, building. I have a lot of interesting hobbies. I fly airplanes. I haven't in almost 2 years since starting with native PHP, just because this is extremely consuming project. But yeah, it's a bit about me. I live in South Carolina, Charlotte. I don't know if that's relevant, but I've got a fiance and a couple boys running around doing the school thing at the moment, and trying to stay out of the heat at the moment. So
that's fair. What about you, Simon?
I've got really weird internet issues, so I don't know if you've seen me just freeze, but I'll try and sort that out in a moment.
You're back now.
Yeah, so I'm just a massive nerd. I'm a massive nerd for PHP. And I'm co-founder of Bifrost Technology, which I don't know if Shane mentioned that, but we built that business together, and it serves to make native PHP a thing and make it great, which is what we're doing. So I live in the Canary Islands, not all of them at the same time. I live on Gran Canaria, which is.
I feel like you must have said that before.
Yes, there are 7 of the islands, or 8 or 9 if you are a local. But yeah, it's part of Spain, and you can probably tell I'm not Spanish at all, and I don't speak very much Spanish, so that's very interesting. I'm from the UK. That's it. That's all you need to know about me.
I'm a little disappointed that you don't try to live in all 7 of the Canary Islands at once.
I do try. It just it really stretches me out, so it's painful.
Still disappointed.
Yeah. I'll try harder for you, Leah.
Claude could figure it out, I'm sure.
That's what I'm saying. Make shit happen. I thought that's what we were doing here today.
I know.
I'm just hearing excuses.
Well, you can't make shit happen if you're dead. So, no, that's too dark.
That is true, though. I guess I'll tone it down a little bit. Then you're right.
I'll stay alive. No, is that I'll stay on one island and I'll stay in one piece. I think that's the best way to make shit happen.
Yeah. And then someone here, Noah Hasio, so bring the vibes to Mexico. We could do something really awesome, which I think is a good segue to talk about the vibes and kind of highlight, do a recap of how the event was.
Yeah. So the vibes, what was the vibe? So we had this plan. I went to Wire Live in Buffalo in October. I think it was October. It was right before Halloween last year, which is the Livewire live event.
Mhm.
And that kind of inspired me. The day two, especially, was really interesting and cool. And it's not something I've done before. And I was like, we should do that. And so that was very much inspired. The vibes was very much inspired by what Caleb did at the Wire Live event. And on day two, it was, I mean, we were just kind of all hacking on whatever, hanging out. There was lunch, coffee, Coke Zeros, etc. All day, 8 hours, hangover juice, we called it. And I called it. And it was just a cool vibe, right? And I thought, like, I think for a few years of going to Laracon previously, you always start networking and you meeting new people, and you just start like vibing, I guess,
Mhm.
on an idea, on an app, on something. And it's like, let's just keep that going. Who wants to end after 2 days? First of all, there's full of talks. Then there's like after parties, the music's loud, and it's hard to really like maybe communicate or process some of the things that might be in your mind. And it's like, and as soon as you do, everyone's gone, and then you just try to, you know, rely on the internet. When you're there in person, it's like if you're flying the next evening or even the day after that, or you could just stay one extra day, let's all get together, as many as we can, and have that same kind of environment. And I think that was the premise for the vibes. Let's keep the vibes going was the initial thought I had. It was the day before the vibes that Simon was like something about vibe coding, and I was like, oh, I never even put the two together of like vibing on you know, on vibe coding and the vibes. But um that's where it started. It turned into like, well, I guess we should probably like talk about some things while we're there, like, you know,
Mhm.
introduce ourselves, or and then that turned into, well, actually, this thing that we've been working on for like 8 months will probably be able to release around the same time. And that's what we did. So it became a lot more than what we initially had planned. It was about a mile away from where the Laracon was. And it was a wonderful turnout, a lot more than we expected. A lot of sponsors. We had t-shirts, we were selling hats, and it seemed like the whole community participated. We had over 100 people show up for it, and did our release, our launch, had some, I think, 6 lightning talks, 6 guest speakers at the same time, and lunch for everybody, and hanging out, answering questions the rest of the day. So it was great.
I love that. I know I talked to a good amount of people and they were like, "Yeah, I'm going to the Vibes on Thursday." So I like know there are a lot of people who are planning on going too.
Yeah, it was cool. Like we had quite a few people telling us that they're going, planning to go.
Mhm.
But as Shane said, I don't think we ever thought there was going to be so many people actually attend. Um, yeah, we had over 100 on the day, which considering
Mhm.
most had been to Laracon for 2 days just before that, or like, with the Monday stuff as well, there's like 3 full days of activities that they've already been doing. And then, yeah, they were still up for more. So, maybe we can bring the vibes to more places. I don't know. Shane, what do you reckon? Should we take it around? Do it after Laracons everywhere?
Don't play coy. We've already had plans for this. uh, no, I think that it was successful. I think that that does go into perhaps a bit of another side of the whole idea thoughts that we've had. We've spent a
Mhm.
lot of time traveling and talking this year, and we've put out a lot of products, and we are lacking on some things. And at the vibes, one of the lightning talks from Andy Swick, um, she did like they did like a live polling and asked the
Mhm.
audience a bunch of questions, and it was very much highlighted to us that there's 2 big things that we need to focus on moving forward, and it's documentation, starter
Mhm.
kits, essentially education.
Mhm.
um, and we've been learning a lot of things as we go along with this project, and I think that with the V4, which we'll talk about, the SuperNative and all that stuff, I feel like this is a huge stake in the ground, flag in the moon kind of thing, where um, we can kind of slow down a little bit on so many
Mhm.
crazy, wild, breaking changes and focus quite a bit more on the education bit. So I think that's going to
Mhm.
take a little bit more time away from traveling, speaking a bit. I think we have to yeah, invest more of that energy into the education piece and getting that in front of more people, taking them from like, I know nothing, perhaps even about Laravel,
Mm-hmm.
and building real native mobile or desktop apps, starting from scratch, and then all the way up to hyper advanced. And that's, I think that's going to be our drive for the next bit for sure.
Yeah. I do think there is a need to bring it to other places because we already have comments about bringing it to Mexico. He did say you talked about it at prom though. And then Shruti said you must bring it to India. So you're already getting requests. But I think that's a good call out too, because that's what I love about going to so many in person events and conferences and stuff too, is you kind of get this different perspective and see what you actually need to work on and like focus on. For me, it's like the content or certain things I could focus on and put out to like help our community and our users. And like for you, it's seeing that like, oh, we could focus more on documentation and education for certain stuff. And I think like you don't you get that some online, but whenever you're in person, you're all together using these things, you really get that at like an elevated level. So you can come away with that like with action an actionable plan of like what you should actually work on and what actually matters.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a few people who came up to me like during our lunchtime, on the day, and were like showing me their laptop and pointing at stuff. And one person said, like, I know how to do this. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
know how to begin because I've been doing Laravel for a really long time. But just looking at the homepage, and he was kind of going, look, I don't know what to do here. And I was just like, that's a fair point. There's some improvements that we could make. Um, I think the challenge for any project like this is, where you're appealing to like new people coming in who don't know anything at all, and
Mm-hmm.
also people who have been doing stuff like this for a very long time using other tools, and people who have been in Laravel for a long time, is how do you get the message across in the right way
Mm-hmm.
quickly, and also like get them using it quickly and feeling comfortable about all of that. And I think we've been really focused on just making the technology work to start with, and I think we're doing pretty well. It's like a year and a half that the mobile stuff has been going, really. So to get to the point that we've got to is amazing. We're just
Mm-hmm.
like appealing to people to help us out. The website's completely open source. The all of the tooling is completely open source. Just there's just two of us doing it. So I say that as like there are a lot more people already helping, and I don't want to go without recognizing that. But like from the perspective of the business and whose shoulders it kind of falls on to make sure this stuff happens, it's me and Shane. So um, yeah, it's we need all the help we can get basically to keep on making it better and work for everybody.
What is the best way people can help too, or like jump in to start helping? Is it joining the Discord? Is it reaching out to you guys?
There's a number of ways. um, and I'll be brutally honest here.
Mm-hmm.
Discord, I don't get it in it as much as I used to, because it can become a distraction. Same for a lot of other social medias and etc. I think what's most important for us moving forward is, number one, sustaining revenue for the business, the ensuring that our bills can continue to get paid so that we can continue to work on this. And I think then it comes down to, one of like having enough revenue to hire someone else or more people, um, slash contributions from the community, which I will say, since the vibes, we've had, I think, more PRs come in to all of the different packages than
Yeah,
we've ever had before. And so that
yeah,
becomes another type of distraction, which is a good one, but it takes time to review these things. And
Mm-hmm.
that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's a lot of really good bug fixes, features, and really cool stuff. And people are so
yeah,
creative. It's humbling, and it's really cool to see that. So I think like it's in terms of like just helping to make the product better. But I think Simon and I, we are focused on way more than just native PHP / mobile -air on GitHub. There are a lot of first party packages. There's the website, there's third party packages, there's approving third party packages, there's documentation, there's the Jump app, there's the future of the things that we are cooking now and what we're planning to cook later, managing partners and managing our time with partners and making sure that they're all feeling satisfied with our efforts and we're driving forward for them. There's just so many, and that's probably not even half of everything that we do on a day-to-day basis. So, you know, someone like submits an issue, and then, you know, 20 minutes later, like, hey, I submitted an issue and that you didn't respond. And I'm like, I haven't looked at issues in a few days. So give us some time. We'll get there. So I guess it's a good problem to have. Don't get me wrong. But more time, more focus, more energy pointed at the right direction, in the right direction. Simon and I, we collaborate every day and we talk about what is the most important thing that we can accomplish today and how do we do that, and how's that set us up for a week and a month and 6 months, what are the longer term goals, etc. So of course financially you can contribute. I think that's again playing back into that. We have open collective links on our site. We're open to partnerships, so any companies that are looking to adopt native PHP and want some reciprocal sort of work, and I feel like I'm rambling and the caffeine's kicked in a bit, so I'll stop there. Simon, I'm sure you can mention some things I forgot, or maybe I didn't forget anything.
Was that my cue to jump in and just say more stuff?
Yeah,
say more things.
I think the biggest way that people can actually help out right now is to just try the tool, try it, and be honest about how you got on with it, you know, and that comes back through GitHub issues or Discord or Twitter, you know, like wherever we are, wherever you can find us. And although I don't always, you know, I'm not able to respond to messages in every single channel all of the time, I do see all of the messages and I take all of that into consideration when I'm thinking like, what are we working on? So yeah, just play with it. It doesn't take very long, like maybe 5 minutes to start a native PHP app. Like you can use the Laravel installer to do it. So you can do Laravel new, and as long as you use our starter kit, I think that's the easiest way. So you can pass the using flag to Laravel new, and then it will, you know, pass the repo for our starter kit, which I think is NativePHP /mobile-starter. And that will set up a brand new native PHP application for mobile ready to go. And then you don't even need to install like Xcode or Android Studio. You don't need a Mac. Like if you've got an iPhone and a Windows laptop, all you need is an app that we've built called Jump. So if you search for Bifrost Jump on the app stores for both Android and iOS, you will see the Jump app. We call it the Jump app. And it's hands down the easiest way to go from that Laravel new to see it straight on your device without any other setup tool. So it's literally, I mean, it's probably less than 5 minutes, honestly. If you've got a decent internet connection, you'll have the app downloaded and the package downloaded. And as long as you've got your phone and your laptop on the same Wi-Fi network, you run the jump command. So you don't, that's it, you know, Laravel new, and then 2 minutes later, PHP artisan native : jump, and you're away. You open the Jump app, you don't have to scan anything. It just shows up on your phone. You tap the button and suddenly that app is showing up on your phone. It's actually incredible. And I think we don't sell that enough to people, like how how quick and easy it is to get this stuff going now. And a
Mhm.
lot of that's been made possible because of Laravel, honestly. The drive to you know, have a great developer experience, and all of the tooling that's available that just comes out of the box with Laravel. It's made it super, super easy for us to build a lot of this stuff. Um, but yeah, just like once you feel how rapidly you can start building things, I think then you'll be like, wow, what can I do next? And then you
Mhm.
start building that, and maybe using AI, and you get telling AI to build you some thing, and then it's building, and then it's working on your phone, and you're not even compiling stuff. It's like you're not even having to rerun the jump command because it's got hot reloading. So all of this stuff is just fitting into the workflow that you already know.
Mhm.
It's wild, honestly. I think then what will happen is people will go, wow, and start telling other people about it. I think that is what's happening. But we need that to happen a lot more. I think that's the dream, is that even more people give it a go and realize how great it is.
Yeah, and I think that's a good call too, because as more people use it, right, and then like they're using it, then they might notice something they wish was better. Like they can provide more
Mm,
feedback. They can provide feedback to you guys, or
exactly.
like even just post about it. Like if they post not even just a feedback, but them using and building with native PHP and like put that out there online, it could help bring more visibility to it as well and help with like
Yeah.
outreach. So it's like these are all ways that they can help as well, like you said.
Yeah. Even if they don't like native PHP, frankly, tell people that you don't like it. Like
Yeah.
that's still good publicity for us. So it's fine. We've had a lot of oh, I know that's not fair, not a lot. We've had our fair share of negative reaction towards the tech as like whether it should even exist. And you know what? That's only helped make it go further. So I'll take
Exactly.
it.
Exactly. Yeah. That's the truth. I pay a lot more attention to problems than I do any positive whatever. Like it feels good,
Mhm.
don't get me wrong. Like it's great to know that we're building something that can help so many people. And I see all these comments in YouTube now. Um it's great, and we just want to keep it going, and the way to do
Yeah.
that is to make it add more features and fix more bugs. So I want to
Yeah.
know what people want and what they're having problems with. One of the themes at the Vibes, and this is just a mantra for our company, is we look for problems. The jump tool exists only because we wanted to help people go from like as little friction as possible. They already know how to make a new Laravel app. How do we get that on the device without the entire development environment needing to be set up? And
Hmm.
we're always looking for friction. And I think like a slogan we'll adopt at some point is to go from idea to users, all the way to users as fast as possible. Not from idea to app store, not idea to app, not idea to in your hand or just seeing it on your phone, but all the way to end users and repeat. You should be able to, you come up with an idea, and by that evening you've got users giving you feedback on the play stores. I know that sounds lofty, but that's, I think, how you need to run your life sometimes. Try to imagine 20 steps ahead, 5 steps ahead, whatever it is, and build towards that.
Yeah.
I agree. And I will say too, Justin, hi Justin, said on LinkedIn, I'm running into some issues developing in WSL2 on Windows, but I'm trying to get around it. So,
So that great, love hearing that. I hate
Yeah.
Windows. I'm going to be very honest. We bought a
I don't like
Windows
Windows either.
computer. Not that I hate people that use Windows. I just don't like the way Windows works. The file copy stuff is just way slow, and there's a lot of Defender issues and all that stuff.
Yeah.
In the docs, it does state that we do not support WSL at the moment.
Mm,
Though not that we don't want to, it's just another whole thing that we would have to not just build but also support.
Hmm.
So that'd be a great way if you wanted to help contribute to the project to look into that. I'm not saying that I
mhm.
can't personally get to it. It's just not one of the things that I need to do now. If you work in just shell or CMD or whatever. What's that other one? The
PowerShell.
PowerShell. Yeah, if you work in PowerShell, you should be all right there. WSL though just takes it. It's another layer of abstraction that adds some complexities, containerization kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
We have other Windows haters. Hi, Daniel.
you are welcome, friends.
It's just that I don't use Windows. I use Linux inside it.
Yeah, right. And
Yeah,
I
I
do
guess
dual boot. I mean, we wanted to support Linux on day one, and we did for V1 over a year ago. So I do dual boot Windows and Linux, Ubuntu, and I go back into that computer. I see it right there every once in a while just to make sure things are still working.
We'll keep improving it.
Windows. I mean, my stream computer is Windows, but the computers I use for everything else is Apple.
Yep.
And I used WSL when I was on Windows because I didn't like being on just Windows.
Oh yeah, it's horrific. I remember spinning up like when I was doing some of the desktop stuff a couple of years ago, spinning up a VM on my Mac to run Windows so that I could test it. That immediately made me like, I am never ever going back to Windows. You know, like I used Windows 20 years ago, and made the change, but I'm just sold. It's not the platform for developers at all anymore.
So I will say, I see this comment here, Danilo. Most of us hate Windows, but it's way more affordable. I will argue with that.
Yeah, that's
it
really
is
bad.
not more affordable if you are spending per day hours more waiting for it to do something, or you to just figure out how to make something work in that. Even if you're making, $15 an hour, within a couple months, it's paid for the difference. Especially you can get, even if you wanted to get used Mac Mini or something, $400, $300, you can get up and running pretty quickly with Mac. So I think we have biases from 10 years ago that we still believe, and we should challenge those as often as you think about them.
Yeah.
We also have Noah said, Jump is one of the biggest features native PHP has. If more people really knew all the things that this tool has, wow, is incredible and so easy to use.
Thanks for that. Yeah, that's the goal. There you go.
Let's see. Also, hi Jordan, welcome in. And then I think Larry said, anyone familiar with Livewire Filament will be able to pick it up almost immediately. It also works very well with your LLM of choice via Boost.
It does. That's kind of crazy as well, because I remember trying to get some of the LLMs a while, before Boost, to just kind of read the docs and figure out how to do some stuff. And it would take loads of time because it's like trying to read the website, or we set up the markdown support in the docs to allow the LLMs to go and get that. And we have MCP, I think, in the doc site as well now, so they can tap into that if you add the MCP. But when Boost came along, it's completely changed. We added Boost skills, and as long as you've installed those when you're using like Claude Code or whatever, I mean, even with the SuperNative stuff, which technically it was only released last week, you can build an app in like 10 minutes. And it's fully fleshed out, fully native UI, all using Laravel. It's like, what? It's truly amazing. So thank you to Laravel open source team for Boost.
Can I reply on one of these other comments here?
Is it the inertia one?
Yes.
1 second. Yeah, 1 second. I was going to say, there's a good call out to SuperNative too, because I want to focus on that too next, but let me bring up the inertia comment. So Daniela said, on another note, I really want to know if inertia is going to fit somehow in the future with SuperNative. Seems redundant right now. Okay, Shane, have the floor.
All right. And also, you're skipping inertia question deliberately. That silence is the answer, I guess. No, it's not. Number one, all the way up until V4, the only way that that native PHP mobile applications worked was in something called a web view. A web view is just like your Chrome browser on your phone, right? There's issues with that. And I think that when we first started this project, we thought maybe, hopefully someday we could figure out how to make actual native UI components using Laravel, using PHP, using not having to write Swift UI or Kotlin or Jetpack Compose code. And that's what SuperNative is. And that's what was just released at the Vibes last week. That being said, we still do support the web view. Number one. Number two, there's reasons why we drive everyone away. Where this is probably, if you come away with nothing else from this whole interaction today on the Laravel YouTube live channel, it is, we don't want you to use the web view anymore. We want you to build real native mobile apps with the new SuperNative for the following reasons. And once I draw this off for you, it should be very clear. Inertia 3 came out. They dropped support for Axios. And that broke for a bunch of computers. A bunch of people, it just stopped working. We had to figure out why. We had to stop what we were doing, pushing forward and moving forward on the things we were doing to figure out why, to figure out how to fix it, and then to also support that and version 2. Same thing for Livewire. Livewire v4 came out and they added the fire emoji to the file names, and we didn't have, in our own compiled PHP binaries, we didn't have support for emojis in file names. Okay, so we had to figure that out. That took time just to understand what the problem was, figure out how to get it in, and then make it not just supported currently, but also backward support. So we're always chasing what somebody else is doing. We're always having to play up to and try to match what other people are doing. And for what? The web view takes more CPU, more RAM. You end up with a UI that is different on every device that we have to always try to fix and patch and try to make it consistent. And your users end up with something that doesn't feel like their phone. It's not native. There's a little bit of a lag there, etc. Go ahead and use Inertia. Go ahead with V4 and use Inertia. Do it. But if there's issues with it, just think about switching to SuperNative. Look at our docs for the V4 stuff. Look at our Edge components. Look at how easy it is to build real native mobile applications now with Laravel and with Blade. You will be very shocked, very surprised. It's going to be a better experience, and we own the full stack. So if there's problems with it, we don't have to worry about somebody else's work breaking what we are doing, what we've done. We can just fix it ourselves.
I would add to that I think if you're set on inertia, it's usually because you're set on a particular front end stack like Vue or React, and that's fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with those technologies, and there are tools that let you use those exact technologies to build mobile apps. They're called React Native and NativeScript. And they're great. They've been around for a really, really long time. And they're mature and they've got big communities. And there's, we're not saying that you can't go and use those other tools. So if it's the front end tech specifically that you want to keep kind of aligned with how you're building everything, probably those are the ones to go for. But if you're keen more for using Laravel to build the application and to connect with the rest of how your team are thinking about building rich applications, then NativePHP is the tool that you want to reach for. And so you just have to say goodbye to Inertia. Sorry.
So for the 2 months probably leading up to the Vibes and the release, I've had dozens of people ask me, how do we get this working? We've already built our app with V2 or V3. How do we get this into V4 SuperNative as easily as possible? And it's a very, very easy, straightforward answer. In fact, I did this once just last week. I think it was Vince Mitchell who did a pitch Taylor, at the very end of Laracon, pitch Taylor your app idea. He had a V3 app and was showing it to everybody. And I was like, there's no way I'm going to let you go on stage with a V3 app when V4 is about to release. So I just told Fable, I told Claude, convert this over. It did 95% of it in about an hour. It took it was a few million tokens to do that, but I also like used Fable and wanted to get I was like burn as many tokens, make it as good as possible. There was a couple small UI changes that he and I went back and forth on with Opus. At least I was on Opus, and it cleaned everything up and did it all. So you can do it even with Opus and not using. You just let it sit there. Use the term ultra code. I don't know if you guys know about ultra code. I love ultra code. Just put that in your comment, in your prompt, and it will just spin up a bunch of agents to work in parallel, tell you when it's all done. It takes longer, but it gets more of it done faster. So dozens of people, people that were showing the new charts and the new HealthKit stuff, they came, they were talking to me before, and I was like, make it super native. And they come back in an hour or two after I tell them that, and it's just done. So just do it.
Someone had commented this about how would you do the transfer to SuperNative, an app that's already shipped as all web view, around 25 views, and a lot of livewire components been using since V2. Would it be the same thing where you would suggest using Fable or something?
You don't have to use Fable. Opus is great at this too. In fact, we were doing most of these before Fable even came out. So if you want to save your Fable tokens, go with Opus. Again, it could take a little bit longer. But think about what we're talking about here. You're converting a web view app to a native app in a couple hours instead of a couple weeks. Months. It's unreal. Yeah.
Well, the thing, if you've already built it on Livewire as well, it's basically exactly the same. The only thing that's really changing is some of the markup in the blade files. Essentially, it's going to be a little bit more than that, but for the most part, that's what it'll be.
The feeling of it is,
yeah. And once you've got down, instead of using divs for everything, you're going, oh, this is a row, and this is a column, and this is a stack. You will understand it very quickly, and Claude already knows, so it's just you'll get through it in no time. This is something that I'm finding I'm saying a lot more with AI. I was having a conversation with a buddy yesterday, and he was like, we've got this big refactor that we're thinking of doing in this project, and it's like a huge central piece of our product, and I've spent some time with Claude scoping it out, and I'm like, cool, good. Why haven't you just started doing it?
Right.
Just have it start and iterate on it. Like that's the quickest way to get the answer to the question that you want. If you're like, will AI do this? Dunno, man. Just try. Just go.
The answer is yes. The answer is always yes.
The answer is yes. Yeah.
My credit score doubled with Claude, so I'm just saying. It was a very low credit score.
Oh my goodness. I think
it's a joke, you guys. It's a joke.
I know. I was trying to read comments to see if I missed anything, but I also wanted to ask, as I know Shane, you already explained, like SuperNative is a way to like fully natively build PHP Laravel applications for mobile, right? But how would you explain it to someone who maybe doesn't know what native PHP is or was, or is just tuning into the stream?
All right. So if you're just tuning into the stream, you already are familiar with Laravel. And I'm assuming you understand what mobile apps are also. So that's kind of easy for me to say. One thing we don't do is we don't say turn your Laravel app into a mobile app. That's not what this tool is. This tool is a way to build mobile apps using Laravel. It's using the tools that we already are familiar with. It's using the migrations. It's using seeders. It's using queued jobs. It's using HTTP facade, eloquent queries, models, SQL database, SQLite database. It's using all of the same syntax, PHP functions, and Blade for your markup, and you're building real native mobile applications in a core and desktop applications, which is where it started. That is the core of what native PHP is. It's another arm added to the body of what has been Laravel, and we're just now using all this leverage of what Laravel can do, and we've adapted it into this other whole platform, which I would argue is the best. It's where your users of your apps want to be anyway. Yeah. Your users pick up their phones 200 times a day. Unless they are forced to or they have to for work, then they go to their desktop. But they want to be on their phone. They want to be there. And so I think it's a way for Laravel to appeal to a completely new, different, wider, much larger audience than what it's currently capable of doing.
Yeah. And it's not just, I think it's easy for us to look at it in the context of Laravel right now because of where we're at, the stream and the people that we're speaking to. But we're thinking way, way bigger. Basically, it's already shaping up to be the best way to build native applications. And Shane showed some of that last week. We're beating React Native on some of our performance metrics, and we're this far from beating them on others. And React Native is the industry standard. And it's not a competition, but it is. And
it is.
And we're going to win. We're winning. And people go, hang on, though, but that's PHP. It shouldn't be possible to do that. Now, PHP is amazing. People don't understand that. And that's why it is going to be the best way to build mobile apps, full stop.
I mean, you guys want a demo?
I think so.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want a demo. I see these demos all the time, and I always want it.
As soon as Simon said that, I was like, can we get Shane to do a demo on the stream?
Yeah.
You don't even need to ask him. See, he just...
Yeah, we have yes. He's already doing the fly hands. Those hands that flies do before they get your food.
Oh no!
All right. First of all,
it's going to be better than that.
On the note of React Native, so at the Vibes, I published. We had this view, and I've got it here somewhere. A bunch of different stats, different numbers, etc. I just want to tell you the two numbers that I am most proud of, and I will show. We'll publish this slide. Actually, I think Pavlos did. So go look at it. There are things that we're losing on, and we're fully aware of them. But we also are fully aware of what it's going to take to fix them. It's just a matter of prioritizing and getting there. The fact that we can be on stage publicly showing our numbers next to React Native, we're winning on some, we're tying on some, and we're losing on some, but not by a lot. Bye, Steven. To me, says everything. We are day one, as of last Thursday, against their year 10, billions of dollars and thousands of engineers. And it's me and Simon against them, right? So David and Goliath, and PHP developers are already used to being the David, I think, in that equation. So but we can rally numbers
David's
around this.
Runty little cousin. Yeah.
So let me see how I can show my screen. I'm going to do mostly the same demo that I've been doing. Let's see. It's going to be interesting. Show my entire screen. Notifications are still on. YOLO. All right.
Tell me when you want me to share your screen.
Oh, cool. You can control that. That's great.
Because I saw us on the screen still, so I was like, I don't think it's ready yet.
Yeah, not yet. Almost. Let's do this, and we'll do this, and we'll do this. I think I'm ready.
Okay, add a stage.
You might have to wrap that text up a little bit.
I'm also wondering if we need to zoom or anything.
Yeah. Let me know if everyone's okay with this.
Yeah, just zoom in a bit.
Oh, right. Sure.
Chat, let us know if you can read it. Oh yeah, zooming in's a lot better. I couldn't read it before. I can read this.
Okay. So this is a Laravel application. In fact, this is the SuperNative Laravel application. Go to github.com/nativephp/super-native. Download this. Almost everything that's in here is up there already. This is kind of my scratch pad. So there might be some things here that I'm working on or have worked on recently that is not up there yet. And this is just kind of the place that I do that kind of stuff. But you should be able to see most of this stuff. And I'm going to take you from the easiest intro to all of this, all the way up to like showing off some more advanced stuff, and we'll build a couple of things too. So this is a component, okay? This is if you're familiar with Livewire, this is going to feel very familiar. This is the counter component, which is actually this view right here. You can see we have a public count of 0. We have some new stuff in here that actually Simon introduced last week for some animation stuff, which you'll see in a second. And we're just going to ignore some of this stuff for now. I want you to pay attention to the increment function, which is just increasing the count, decrement, which is decreasing the count. And we have the start hold, and that takes a direction. So this is a little bit, it's gotten a little bit more advanced. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to rip this out because I want to teach like basic stuff. Stop hold. Actually, let's do this. I know an even better way.
Yeah, you probably just want to remove it from the buttons rather than from
Yeah,
here.
that's exactly what I'm going to do. All right, so just ignore some of that stuff for now. I want to take it very basic. The other thing is that I want you to see is like we have hot module relay, not hot module relay because there's no JavaScript, there's no Vite, there's no CSS, there's no JavaScript, there's no HTML. Some things you will see look like CSS. They're not CSS. We just made it feel very natural for everybody, or we're attempting to. We're trying to reduce that friction, right? So we can run this PHP artisan native watch iOS. We could type that and it'll just work. We'll start watching the hot reloader. I don't do that. I have aliases for everything. So I just do nwatch I, and that does it all for me. So that's what I'm going to type in. It's going to start the iOS hot reload. It's going to check for any target. So I've got my actual device and I've got this iPhone 14 simulator. So there we go. Hot reload is on. We are ready to make changes and we'll see them reflected here. Let's just give that a test real quick. We'll go into this native.counter and we'll remove that. So I was, this is like echoing out the count here. Let's just actually let's change the color on it. Let's do text, orange, 500. Give it a moment, and there we go. All right. So again, it looks like CSS. What we've done is just we've taken like the known hex values and the known gap properties and all that kind of stuff that you're familiar with, shadow and rounded and border and all that stuff, and we just map them from what you're familiar with using against native. So in this case, it's Swift UI. So we can do all that kind of stuff, and we have this hot reloading working. Feels like HTML, feels like CSS, but it's real fully native. So what we've got here is we have this press down, press up. We're going to just delete that and go with at tap equals decrement. And then we're going to do the same on this other pressable item here. We're going to get rid of this. We're going to say at tap equals increment and save. And so when we tap on this, which it used to be press, shout out to Larry Smith for giving us this recommendation. It's going to call that increment function. And I built a JetBrains PHP Storm plugin so that I can just like command click on this and see what I'm looking at. It's going to call the increment function. So we're going to click on this and you can see it goes up. And we click down and it goes down. And to show like that, right? Pretty easy, right? Pretty cool. You got this little animation going on.
I mean, when you pressed up, I really wasn't expecting it to go up.
Why? Why is that? You have little faith.
Yeah. I mean, we are streaming and things go wrong sometimes. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, Shane, do the demo again. Click the buttons.
Sure.
Okay.
Hey.
All right. So just to show like that's really native, right? Or I'm sorry, really PHP. We just like multiply it by 10. You can multiply it by, I don't know, what's a good function? Isn't there a pi function?
I think it's.
Wow.
Yeah.
There it is. Look at that. So
since I saw 3.14195,
right?
Yeah.
We could do like a number format on this. So let's do number format, this times pi, and round it to like 4 decimal places. Cool. There you go. It's still going down the line. We could make the text smaller if we wanted to, get fancy with it. But that's like the basics, right? This is very similar to like the Livewire feel. It's completely different. Once we render that blade component, it's doing very, very, very different things. No HTML involved. One of the other numbers, or one of the two numbers that we're really, really proud of, you can see here. So this is a slider. Let me show you the slider. Here's the markup for the slider. We have this native:model.blur. Another one, this is a slider component. So native:model.debounce.150 milliseconds. And then we have this other one that is .live. And these are real native liquid glass sliders, right? You can see like the glass moving around. It looks like Jello. You can see through it. And that's iOS liquid glass slider. And this is set to blur. So when I blur, you can see that the value gets updated here. Let me take this font accent.
When he said Jello, he means jelly for like everybody else. Just FYI.
Is that not a common thing? Is Jello not common in other countries?
No.
Well,
because he says Jello, and I understand. I'm like nodding my head.
Yeah. I know what you mean because I've been fully Americanized by American cinema. But yeah,
it's Jello.
Jelly.
If you don't know what Jello is, go look it up.
Jelly, gelatin.
I'm just trying to like derail the whole thing by picking a fight.
Yeah, let's just have an argument about Jello now.
Listen, JELLO, it's alive. If you know the commercial.
See, look, I had no clue what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a British thing. And then John Dent said or jelly. He's like jam or jelly.
Jello.
Like people are with me.
Jello. It's like iOS 26 liquid glass slider.
I mean, I'm winning really already. So
we have so many comments about jam and jelly right now. It's so
that's
funny.
Insane.
Also, hi Ashley. Ashley said thanks for the jelly translation.
That's awesome.
No problem.
Well, I'll remember that when I go to Denmark. So here's the cool number. You guys ready? You guys ready for this number?
Yeah.
This number is 19. 19 is my favorite number. This is real liquid glass, Jello looking slider, liquid glass.
Do you see Ashley's comment? He says, I don't want jelly in my area.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know there are some places that do that. So anyway.
Sorry to distract you, Shane. What were you saying?
I don't have any idea. Where am I right now? He said Ashley and Jello and jelly and what am I doing? 19.
He wanted us to look at a number. Yeah.
19.
Yeah.
19 is the number.
19.
All right. 19 is from native through PHP and then back to native. This is a round trip from native UI, sending a signal to PHP, PHP doing its work, and then coming back. 19, you would think 19 milliseconds is super impressive. 19 milliseconds is an eternity in native. Yeah. This is 19 microseconds.
What?
19 microseconds round trip. To compare to React Native, it's about 11 microseconds on React Native. We have room to improve there. I will find the 8 microseconds. Don't you worry. And again, to show like this is fully PHP, we can do like the same number format, this, and just, round it to 2 digits or something. And we've got fully round tripping through PHP. So this is like my speed test. What's really cool is like when you feel this, when you do this on the phone, you can feel the speed of PHP. So PHP
is slow.
Yeah, PHP is not slow. The internet is slow. And actually, like I do mobile all the time. And now when I go to websites, I'm like, this sucks. Like everything's slow. I just want an ad for everything.
That's how I feel on websites, especially when I did so much front end work and I go to a website. I'm like, this is slow and it's ugly and I don't want to use your site.
This is not.
Yeah.
That's not a good demo. This is a.
That's
here's
actually. Oh
Go
no!
on.
Carry on. No, I'll get distracted. We'll come back to it. Go do a demo.
I'll do the demo. This is someone added this. They did a PR on the mobile UI package just recently, so we now have accordions, which are very slick and very nice and really cool looking. there's a few other things. We have typography. We can do fonts. Another contribution from Larry Smith just the other day to get fuzzy typing against any of the Google fonts. So you can run the command PHP Artisan Native font, and then just type whatever Google font you want. It'll bring it in. It'll add it to your config, and you can just use it however. Like we have this font equals whatever accent or whatever you alias it as inside of your config. So that's a lesson. That's a little bit more advanced lesson, but it's not that much more advanced. Pretty easy. So a lot of cool, underline and font mono and uppercase, lowercase, capitalize tracking, and we have these theme tokens. So if I go into dark mode, you can see like everything changes per my spec, what I told it to be in dark mode, and you can do all that.
And you set that in the config.
Yeah, I'll just show you real quick then. May as well. I brought it up, didn't I? Asked for
Fonts are boring, dude.
Are they though?
You're like, text
No, you
and
can't say that to
underlines
me. I love the fonts. I got excited about this. Now I'm getting
So we have-
hated on by Simon.
This is the native UI.
I got all excited with my jelly fights.
you and Ashley are over in the corner.
And everybody else.
Looking jelly.
Yeah.
All right, so we got, I'll try to say focus.
Brilliant.
We have a light array. We have primary, on primary. We have all these different things, and you can use like Violet 600, or you can do like an actual hex value or whatever. And we spent quite a bit of time. Again, Larry Smith helps a ton with this. It'll also take like opacity, so you can do like /20, and it will make it semi-transparent. So this is like all color stuff, more color stuff, and then at the end down here, we also have our dark array. So we have dark. So the Shane class would be yellow 400 in dark mode, that kind of stuff. And then we have fonts. So like I have this accent, and this is pulling in a Google font, which is in my resources fonts. So there's all these TTF files here, and that's what the font command does. So I can do PHP Artisan Native. I just do n font. And it's going to ask me, which font do you want? Let me redo that one so we can see a little bit more. There we go. And I can just say, let's do Able font. I don't even know what that is. Do I want that site-wide? No, I don't want that site-wide. We'll call this Able. That's fine. That's the config key. And there we go. Now I do have to recompile to put that into the app, which only takes a second. So we're going to do that. But first...
That's really cool though, that it like prompts you and asks like which Google font you want to bring in.
So there's the Able fonts. We can do n run I.
Is great.
And we're going to use the same iPhone. And we'll give this just a second.
If we hadn't built this on Laravel, I think we'd still be building some of this like supplementary tooling around the sides, because the stuff like prompts just makes a lot of this so much easier. We haven't had to think about all of that, and honestly it makes it harder to think about doing it for other frameworks or no framework, because then you don't get all of those affordances as easily. So it's like, we'll just use Laravel, folks.
Yeah, it really is the best way to build anything, and this is kind of proving that, right?
Yeah.
And then especially like we mentioned Boost earlier, and like using AI to help with that stuff. And that is like something Laravel is really good at with AI, whereas you wouldn't have those things necessarily like with other frameworks. Like AI is still really good with like JavaScript and React and stuff like that, but I feel like Boost makes it really, really good with Laravel.
Yeah, 100%. And I've been doing all of this stuff for a really long time. I've been doing AI stuff for the last year or so with Claude Code, and I've never hit my limits until I did Fable, and now I'm on Opus 5 and I don't hit my limits anymore. Maybe I'm not doing enough work. I don't know what it is, but Shane will talk to me about that later on.
It's just confirming my suspicions, really.
No, but I genuinely believe that it's because of things like Boost, because it just makes it like so much more efficient.
I know, because for a little bit I'd hit limits, and then I got to the point where I wasn't hitting limits like at all.
Yeah.
And I think because like also Boost had changed from putting everything in like the files, like the markdown files or whatever, to have certain like skills and different things too. So that was like constantly improving to be aware of like token usage and stuff too and make it more
Yeah.
efficient.
Hmm.
Um, here's something
Ashley,
fun.
sorry, I was gonna say, Ashley, how are you not on the AI train? I think of the AI train, I think of you.
I
He is the
think he's
train.
being sarcastic.
He should be.
So
Good
It
old
better be.
British humor. Yeah.
Make a Jello mobile app for us, Ashley.
Oh.
we could do that. I started working on metal
Uh,
shaders last week,
Mm,
actually.
mm.
I was bored waiting for the vibes to start. I'm like, metal shaders, let's do it. You
Okay,
could
yeah,
do
he's
that.
being sarcastic.
yeah, there you go.
So I created this class called Glass. This only works on iOS. And
Hmm.
if you add this class called Glass, it gives it this. You can kind of see behind the trees here a little bit. You can see this liquid glass sort of thing. It doesn't look great to me, but that is like the iOS liquid glass. But if you
Hmm.
add this, what is it called? This
Modifier?
modifier called Clear, it'll be clear. So you can
I
see.
like that one.
Yeah. And
That
then
looks
if you
better.
click on it, it doesn't do anything. iOS also has this thing called interactive. So if you do interactive on it and we click on it, now it kind of bounces and it does this little flicker, but that little flicker is only on the simulator. On the
Simulator.
real phone, it doesn't do that.
Looks
Uh,
just like jelly.
it does look like jelly.
It looks like Jello, like green Jello.
And
Oh.
and then you could do like a BG purple 500 with a 20% opacity.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll get this cool little, yeah,
Is
Subtle
cool.
it?
hint.
Yeah, I see it. You see it more like as you move around.
There you go.
Yeah.
It looks like
That
there's a
looks
little, like it's not clipping
Yeah.
properly, so we'll fix that. But it might just be on this older installation too.
Oh yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, not anything that Fable can't handle.
Daniel said the amount of engineering involved to make this a possibility is just insane.
Thank you.
Yep.
It's billions and billions of tokens for 18 months now.
Yeah.
And then Danilo said, "Oh damn,
What?
that's nice. Swift and PHP. What the hell?"
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people who are concerned about AI building
Hmm.
all of this stuff, and I would just say, like Shane's comment, as flippant as it is AI that's building this, but it's being built. AI is just a tool. AI is
Hmm.
just a tool that we're using to help us go faster, and we're still the builders.
Hmm.
And we're very experienced engineers. Between the two of us, we've got over 30 years of experience in, or probably even closer to 40 years of experience as software engineers. We know what we're doing. We know how to like push the thing in the right direction. What it's done for, like, particularly for me, I can speak from my first-hand experience better than I can speak about Shane's first-hand experience. But um, is like learning how all of the things and bringing ideas together very, very quickly. So, like when I first started saying, I mean, yeah, I've got the gray, Shane's got the bold bit. Um, of that emoji. Yeah. Um, the yeah, just like not, I didn't know very much about Swift at all, and I never thought like I'd figure out how to make it compile PHP for iOS.
Hmm.
But with a little bit of persistence, a lot of reading, and a lot of copy paste, this was before Claude Code really became a thing. Um, I was using ChatGPT, and it just like opened my mind to all of the possibility. So the thing that I take away from that is like people say it's an incredible engineering feat or whatever, but
Hmm.
I think it's a huge testament like to the capacity that we all have now to build really incredible things, and it essentially stops at your imagination. So if you think it could be done, it
Hmm.
almost certainly can be now.
Hmm.
That's why my next project is a hoverboard, but that's a whole different thing. Maybe not for the Laravel stream.
You're a dork.
And Lo said, "Bro, this is wild. Shane's playing. This really feels fast." And when Shane pulled up the gamepad and you were talking, Simon, it felt like like the TikToks where like someone's talking and then they're showing like Temple Run in the corner and like something else.
Yeah.
It felt like that.
That's
I'm
what I'm
like
going
staring
for.
at it while listening to you.
Now
Yeah.
I just need like that AI voice that says, "You can do anything. Just put your mind to
Yeah.
it."
I do like Noah said AI could do your job. The job has never been write lines of code. The job is creativity, like from Will's talk at Laracon.
Yeah, that was a
And I
great
think
talk as well.
too, his slides are always crazy too, like so
Mm,
good. But I think it's also like AI can enable you to do this stuff, right? But you still need to review the code and you still have to make sure that you're not like introducing
yes.
vulnerabilities and like everything. So we're still needed, like you're still building it too because you're more like collaborating with AI. You're not just like letting it do
Absolutely.
everything, not reviewing anything and merging it in because that's how you get like
Hmm.
AI slop.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, it's like I said, we're still the builders. We're still behind. And this still takes months to do.
Hmm.
Like this didn't happen, we didn't point Fable at it and leave it overnight and then suddenly there was this amazing framework that came out of it. Um,
Billions and
by
billions of
no means.
tokens.
Yeah, but also steering it along the way, like very carefully thinking about like what does the developer experience need to be, and even that is like, well, do we even care about developer experience now that AI is here? And my answer to
Hmm.
that is yes, because
Hmm.
that makes the AI experience even better as well. Like it's still fundamentally trying to copy the way that a developer sort of thinks. So for now, yeah, we do.
I want to show a couple things. Something you built, and then I want to like, if you guys want, I can like show like writing code by hand. If you guys remember, like back in like the 1800s or something, people used to like churn their own butter. They couldn't go to the supermarket. We're gonna
Mm.
do that with code, if that's right. It takes like 10 minutes. Is that cool?
No, no,
It's fun though.
cut it.
You
I'm just kidding.
remember?
Yeah.
You remember?
You do
Work
that,
up
and
a
while you do
sweat.
that, I'm gonna turn my butter.
Yeah.
Ashley's probably got some made with the Jello in the corner.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
she's gonna get
Uh,
butter
but first,
and
I wanted to
jelly.
show
Ooh.
just something that Simon added a week or 2 weeks ago, I guess it's been. And that's when you run the watcher, we now have like this whole TUI. So you can
Mhm.
click L and change to like whatever screen you want to, which is super helpful, beneficial when you're building stuff. I can just hop to the typography page. It's going to do the hot reload and then it's going to bounce in there any second. There it is. You can just force a reload. You can clear it. You can quit. All that stuff. But this has been like really helpful for me personally. He added this. I was like, "There's no way." In yes way, it works. It's really cool. So there's that. We're gonna go to the counter screen, and I'm gonna delete it. We're just gonna delete everything in the counter screen. So let's go there.
God, we're
Counter,
wild.
delete. Dum dum dum.
It's all
All
that Jello talk. Makes him feisty.
right. We're gonna start with a column here, and we'll just like iterate over this. This is like the butter. Yeah, this is just like back in the day building with butter. So I want to see like what am I doing? I want to see. Let's go W full, H full, and let's do a background of like red 200. Will be nice on our eyes. Let's see how much content do we have to work with here. Cool. There's the content. I don't love this here, so I'm going to actually see if I can take that out. We can go into the mobile.php. So you guys know web.php. We have mobile.php because we're breaking stuff as we go along. I'm just going to take this out of that stack layout.
Can we zoom in a tiny bit there?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
So this is like a whole other thing that we could get into, but we have route native, and then we're just going to the counter route, and that boots up the counter class. But we have these native groups that take a class. This class is a native layout class, and you can do all sorts of cool stuff for like your nav bar, and you can do like tab bar, which is like the liquid glass, or on Android, it's just like the navigation buttons that you have on the bottom. And I just didn't want that for this purpose. So I just took it out of that group, the counter, So now we can just see, full screen here. What are we dealing with? So we'll go in here. Now I want to make
Shane,
go
real
on.
quick, sorry to interrupt you. Daniel said I didn't pay attention. The router is the Laravel-based router or is a native PHP class?
It's the Laravel router.
Yeah, it's
Awesome.
using Laravel routing under the hood. I just moved it to mobile.php instead to be cool, be rebellious a little bit.
So the native function that you see is what do you call that when you add like a magic? What's it called when you attach your own function?
David Blaine.
Right. It's a David Blaine function. It's gone right out of my. There's a trait that you add, or that gets added to all of those classes that lets you just.
I feel like I
create new
know it
functions.
too, and my brain is blanking.
Macro. Somebody said it. Macro. Thank
Okay.
you. It's macroable, right? The router is macroable, which means you can add your own functions to it, and that's what we've done. We've added a native function, and that essentially, without going into too much detail, kind of hoists the default root definition that would just be like a HTTP root into this new native root class that does a whole bunch of work for us. So if you were to run this in the web environment, it doesn't affect how the web environment works. It only works then in the native environment.
Gotcha. Thank you for answering that. Sorry for interrupting, Shane.
Why? Don't be. I love it. I just keep going anyway. It's all good. You can see what I'm building. It's kind of like the temple run while you guys are talking. I think it's fine.
My brain feels like it's on like a trip, like because I'm like listening and then I look and the screen's like flying.
Yeah. So this is what I want to build here is like not a whole like full-fledged chat app, but like how would you set up the screen for like your messaging, right? So let me explain a couple things here. I've got two columns. You can see the two columns. This one I set to flex 1, and that's got the BG yellow. Let me take this one off just for a second. I'll explain that one in a second too. Flex 1 means it's going to take whatever height you've got. And this is just basic Tailwind or just really CSS, the way that flex kind of works. So it's going to take all available height. So if I remove this bottom, it's going to take the full height of the whole application. If I set the height of this to like 20, then it's going to take all of the height except for those 20 points on the bottom. That a second. There's your BG green, and there you go. But where did the red go? Well, the red is actually behind everything here, but you can see like I don't want text to be up here. So we have this class called safe area. And safe area, the phone knows, and it injects what the offsets are for where the notches on the top and whatever gesture areas are on the bottom. But I don't want this extra on the bottom. So we can just do safe area top, and that's going to allow you to just do the offset for the top. So that's how we're working with all of this space that we've got here. And I like these pastel-y kind of colors. It feels nice to me. What do you guys think? You like it? It's good?
Buttery.
It's like Jello colors.
That's right.
It literally
a little bit
does,
more
though.
vibrant, I think.
I'm just going to leave. I'm going to go.
There you go.
No, chat. If it's Jello, write Jello. If it's jelly, write jelly.
No, those totally different products. What are you talking about?
I think we're going to be overpowered, though, because I think a lot of people here aren't.
They're different products.
That's what I want.
Simon.
Come on.
But yes, Jello or jelly? What would you
If
know?
I see more Jello, I'm going.
All right. Columns, things inside of columns stack on top of each other. So this is like row, column, flex, row, column, right? And the reason why this is a separate component, you notice how I just ignored you.
Yeah, keep going.
If we did flex call instead, then we're having to inspect a class to render a new component, where on Jetpack Compose and on Swift UI, they have separate components that handle these because they're very different things. So we're just like, how do we like to write things? How does mobile want to be treated? And this is kind of the happy medium that we've got. So we have a column, and then we also have a row. And so inside of a row, I'm going to put a column inside of a row, and we're going to do class
this
equals
is getting nuts.
BG blue 600. We'll make it rounded. XL, and we'll give it a PX4PY2. And inside of this, we're just going to do that text counter. We'll say hello. We'll say
Jello.
Jello
I was waiting for it.
No. Oh, I don't believe it.
There we go. Cool. Jello world. All right. And just so you can see what the row looks like. So we'll do class equals W full and BG.
I'm doing the demo next time.
Purple, by all means.
FYI.
I think it's our fault. Daniel, my one brain cell, it can't get past the Jello jelly argument we had earlier.
There you go. So this column, I think this column, I want PY of like just 1. And then inside of these rows, I want like a MT, now let's do MB2, something like that. And so I can imagine like a bunch of different like rows here of different text, right?
I think you should just have the pastel things. Forget the little bubbles. Like it's a colorful chat.
I duplicated the columns and not the rows.
Oh.
So there we go. So there's our thing. All right. So that's what it would end up looking like. Let's do something else. Inside of our counter, let's create an array of messages. So let's just go up here. We'll make public array messages equals that. And then inside of, do I already have a mount function? We don't. So we're going to do a mount function, mount, and we're going to say this messages equals an array Jello world over and over.
I love the auto completion for Jello.
Each one will have a message.
We got another Jello.
There you go. And then I'm going to do this other thing of like, is it my message or not my message? And then I will put true. And we'll duplicate this one time and we'll say,
because we're making a chat app, right?
Yeah. So we've got,
it's going to be called Jello, the app, isn't it?
That's perfect.
Damn it.
Such a good idea. All right. So I'm going to copy this a few times. Cool. So that's not in the view yet. So let's go into the counter and we'll just say at for each messages.
Jelly has been winning, sadly, Viper.
Well, you know,
justice for Jello, but Jello got the app, so I got the app.
You win some, you lose some. It's fine. You can all just go and eat jelly, and it will be okay.
I love jelly on toast. I would never put Jello on toast, though.
No. Also, hi Wilson.
That's jam. That's a whole different fight now. We got to talk about jam.
Jello's a great chat app name. You don't say helly to greet people, I guess. That's true. Good distinction.
Actually, you turncoat. What are you doing?
If you see Ashley in Denmark, you have to say helly Ashley.
Or Ashlow.
Ashlow. Helly Ashlow.
Hey Ashlow.
I think he's going to be in. Ashley, are you going to be in Denmark? I think
Ashley's speaking again, right?
He is.
I thought so.
Yeah, he's speaking in Denmark.
Pretty sure. We'll share a. We'll share an Ashlow.
See if you can get Casper to announce him as Ashlow. That would be great.
Ashlow.
Casper
and also,
me. I bet he would.
Get on stage and say helly Copenhagen.
So something got broke because you guys were making me laugh. I think I messed it up, so I just reloaded it. Should be fine. Should be fine. There we go. No problem. All right. So we've got our
Haldo. Sorry. Okay.
No problem.
Let me not distract Shane.
Nah. All right. We're gonna do for each messages as message. We're gonna echo out the message, and that should be that. We also want to, let's take this purple background off, and then we're gonna do something that you can do. It's a spacer, and that's like it's just gonna like do a flex, an invisible flex.
Mm-hmm.
And that's got to be inside of the row. Hang on.
Yeah.
That looks...
All right, so they're all flexed, they're all pushed to the side, but we only want that if the message is mine. At if message mine, then we do that. And if, and then we're going to do the same thing at the bottom, but only unless, which is the opposite of if and unless. So there's some, like, it's flexing that space after a message coming from somewhere else, right? And then we can do, we only want the BG blue 600 if the message is mine. So we'll do the string interpolation. There we go. Mine.
Too
so
much
if
jelly.
it is mine, then we want this BG blue 600. If not, we want BG gray. I think 300 would probably work. Yep. And then we don't want this to always be text white. We want this only if it's mine to be text white. And then if not, we can do text gray like 800. And there you go.
Nice.
And we could keep going on and on and on from here. We can add the whole, all the bits that you would want. Instead of these like background colors. Well, there's actually another thing that I could show. The whatchamacallit on the bottom, the row, we can add some of that stuff in there. The styling of that, I don't remember it off the top of my head, but we can play around with it. But what I will show is, like, you don't want, if you have like a whole bunch of messages here. So let me just duplicate this a few times. It's going to look really sloppy. OCD will mess with me. So we have all of these messages here, but I can't scroll it. And it's kicked my thing off to the bottom. We don't want that. So what we actually have is another component type called a scroll view. Which should, yeah, there we go. So now we can scroll this, and that's doing the same flex property so that we've got our thing pinned to the bottom essentially on that. You notice like it's got this gray bar on the side. In fact, if I do, let's do PX1, which I gotta just do P1, whatever. You'll see like the scroll indicator. I think there's a property here called, so you can see that gray, little gray bar on the side.
Also, how much control do you have over the scroll bar styling for mobile?
Well, you ultimately, you really don't want one at all.
Okay.
Think of an app that's got scroll bars. Most of them don't. So I want to kind of default this to false, but I think it's called indicator. What is it called? Show indicators. We'll make this false, and we'll make this actually false or interpreted as false. Yeah, so now that's gone from the side. So we don't have that anymore. So there you go. We can do, instead of just hello here, we can do a text input. Let's give this a class equals border, I don't know, purple, something like that. Let's see if this works. Probably need a width and some padding.
Do you mean W something, W full?
Oh, that makes sense. P2, something like that. There we go. Looks horrible, but that's what it is at the moment. I'm going to also add, let's do like PX4, PY of 5. Yeah, theming this is not the point. Like I said, this one gets, it's actually, there's a bare text input. It's probably what we should be using. Yeah, it's got a little bit more stuff in it. And then in this column, we can do like a PX of 2, and then I think this actually should be slotted into a row.
Mm.
So let's do a row.
Only bears
And
can type into it. Only bears that like Jello. You have to add the distinction to it. And then Daniel had said, no more divs. That's so rich.
Yeah, now it's starting to shape up. So because we put it in a row, we can also do this pressable item. Pressables and buttons are kind of similar, but under the hood in both Jetpack, Compose, and SwiftUI, there's some differences. But I'm going to do a pressable, and inside of the pressable, I'm going to do an icon. So this one, I'm actually going to do native : icon, which gives me some type ahead stuff. So I can do iOS. I think it's iOS equals, I can do icon, native mobile icon. Oh, no, that's not it. It's iOS icons. So we can do like a send. That's not a good enum. What would that be? Paper plane. Yeah. And then inside of this pressable, let's give this some class equals BG purpler 200. We'll do rounded full, and we will do P like 4. Let's see what that looks like. Text white. And then inside of this, we'll do a little bit of padding on the sides of PX2. Just give that a little offset. Actually, let's just do P2. Now the purple doesn't look as nice as I want. Let's go like 700.
It's shaping up though. Daniel asked, do you have the same attribute for Android like you do for the iOS one?
Yeah, all this works the same on Android. Yeah, I can. I like, if you want, I can show you in just a minute. I think this one, yeah, that's a little bit strange. I got to figure that out.
What is?
You see how like so the text input's got this PX of 4, which is probably fine. So you can see the offset on the side. But the PY, I want this to sit centered vertically. So PY, if I tried like PY2 just to keep it, you know what I can do? I know what I can do. We can just do items center here, and then we don't have to worry about that. That should just center it all inside. Assassin.
I know for margin too, you could do like what, MX auto, MY auto.
That'll center it. Yeah. But this is right. I think that's right. And then the only other thing I would think is like, let's do text 2XL or something. And then cool. So that didn't actually work, and maybe I'll have to see how that flows through. I want to give another public property here. Public string of draft, like a draft message. And I'm going to wire that up to my input here. So I'm going to say native : model equals draft. And just to see that work, we can do a text here and just echo that out. Draft. Save that. It might not have saved the other side. Let's see.
You're getting to the people, Shane. Asko said, watching with interest as a React Native developer.
Yeah, there you go. So we had like the two-way binding, right? Just to see that working with that model. And then I'm going to make a function here. It doesn't matter where it goes. Let's just go to the bottom. It's easier. We're going to say send message. And that's going to, we're going to take this messages and we're going to add to the array of this messages. The message is this draft, and then the mine is true. That's going to be true because I typed it, right? And so then we should see, you can take this off. And I don't know if I save this. You want to make sure that's pushed over to the device. And we'll scroll to the bottom and we can do hello. Did it work? Did it add it to the end?
I don't see it.
Message. Oh, you know what? I didn't wire up the button. So
Oh,
I need to do a an @tap equals send message. Cool. So added it in there, but it didn't clear this off. The other thing is that I think on a scroll view, we have a anchor, scroll anchor. Whoops, scroll anchor equals bottom. So we want to always scroll to the bottom of the list. So as we like enter stuff, yeah, it'll just scroll to the bottom.
Like
yeah. Now I didn't do that extra spacing. I'm not sure why. MB2. I'm not sure why that, but there you go. We're adding stuff to the thing. I think the other thing that I would add is like, we would set this, this draft equals empty string. That's good. There we go. Cool. There you go. We got a little chat app.
Very nice.
Thanks, everybody.
so good.
Now I can put my hat back on.
I did it again. Okay.
So go play. NativePHP is free. Go download it. Star GitHub and tell your friends. This is the new cool thing. Everybody can do this. And you know who's really great at it is Claude. Claude loves the stack. Claude loves Laravel. Claude loves PHP. The app stores love NativePHP. We've had tons of pushback from the app stores, all because we try to break the guidelines. It has nothing to do with PHP. It has everything to do with trying to like doing fancy, creative, clever things that we just shouldn't be able to do in mobile apps. On the side, like with Jump, we were initially like downloading stuff from the internet and getting fancy with it. But the new Jump app is not like that. So there you go.
Danilo had asked earlier, that brings us to another question later. Is there something commonly used in CSS that is not going to work on native UI? What should we avoid using?
Yeah, tons of stuff. Use the docs, because every component, every class, every Tailwind class. What's so funny, Simon?
Oh, sorry. There might be a bit of delay because I did that ages ago.
Sorry.
It was to the question, not to anything you've said.
Yeah, each component only will only listen to certain classes, Tailwind classes. So go look at the docs. They should be pretty well up to date. I just updated that like a week ago. So any new components, we will strive to always document like which classes work and which ones don't. And the thing is, those classes are really just wrappers around props. So again, I'm working on a PHP Storm plugin for myself, which I could show you some cool stuff with it that you can do if you want. But that's got like, it'll do all this interpretation of like what props are available on each component and command clicking into things and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, most styling things you should be able to get away with. And when in doubt, just ask Claude.
Or bug Shane.
Or bug me. I'm not gonna, I don't listen.
No.
I
would ask Claude or check the docs.
No, I'll just tell Simon to look at it if you do. And he'll be like, I'm sorry, I'm eating jelly. I'm sorry.
I also was laughing when you started answering because I had scrolled back up when I was trying to find Danilo's comment to pin it. And as the Laravel account, I put Jello in chat, like I commented it because no one else was commenting Jello. And Ashley goes, at Laravel PHP doesn't know what they're talking about.
Dave, if he was still here, he would agree
have
with
commented
us.
Jello. Yeah.
He would have said Jello. I'm gonna say it myself.
And then Wilson said, Simon Shane, are you adding boost guidelines for native PHP, or do those already exist? Never use native PHP, which I know we've mentioned boost some during the stream too.
Yep. I did touch on that earlier. We do have boost guidelines, and
Mhm.
you have to install them. So and when they get updated, you have to run the boost installer to get the latest versions. But yeah, they're all there.
And that's an ongoing project task. I think as we build things out, we have to constantly update. I'm always building some kind of app. I just showed
Mhm.
Simon earlier today. I was like, hey, I was bored, I just threw this GitHub kind of thing together. It's kind of cool. um and like it's just fleshed out so many more things that we need to pay attention to. So that's a moving target, but it's one we love
Mhm.
to follow because it makes it's exponentially. I would rather spend 1 million tokens for you to save 500,000 tokens every day. So
Yeah, exactly.
I love that too. And also, thank you for the demo, Shane. That was a great demo. And I want to
Mhm.
build. I'm like, what app can I build using using
you
SuperNative
can do
now?
anything. You can do anything.
I know.
Yeah.
I could actually do my math quiz app as an actual app this time and not just a website.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. You certainly can. There's been some really cool creative things that we've seen from the community. Luke Towers, I don't
Hmm.
know if he's in here or not, but he bugged me at 1 o'clock in the morning and was like, "Look what I did." He's like, "This is an obsession." It's some he and I are both pilots, and he loves to like create tech around piloting, and so
Hmm.
it's like a way to keep track of your hours and miles flown, all that kind of stuff. And he was like, "It's unbelievable how well Claude knows all of these components and building out the UI stuff." um
Hmm.
yeah, there's a ton of stuff out there. Pavlos even did, like, what was that, a hair cutting
Mm.
app or something, and
Yeah,
like
like a
keeping track
barber
of
shop.
appointments. And
Yeah.
Fun.
yeah.
I mean, Daniel put here, time to cook some open source project with native PHP. I had some really cool idea to help my Brazilian folks to iterate even more at Laravel office hours, which that's like a really cool idea. There's so many things you could build. And like
Mm.
kind of going along with like Christina's talk that you mentioned earlier at Laracon US, which is like whimsy driven development, right? You can just
Yeah.
build a silly little app. Like who cares if no one else will use it? You can build it just for you.
Yep.
Yeah, build to learn. That's that.
Oh no.
He was going to say something British, probably.
It's too inspirational for us.
Yep. uh yeah, just
Oh
build
no.
stuff to learn. And I mean, I can finish.
Oh, you're back now,
He's
Simon.
back, go
I,
for it.
I think I think I'm back. Yeah, and I think that that's a great way to learn with native PHP.
Cool thing about native PHP is we're offline first. So even if he has horrible Wi-Fi, his apps, his native PHP apps, they're already working. They're still working. No problem.
That's good.
I'm gonna shut up because it's gonna keep cutting out.
No.
Yeah.
Also, is there anything else we want to cover? I know we scheduled this for like 2 hours. We're at an hour and 47 minutes. Is there anything else we want to cover that was like it shown at the vibes or anything else? Because I know there was I don't know, it's like plugins and different stuff like that, which we did we cover most of those in the demo you did or
No, none of them actually. But that's all right. I will tell you that I did create a new plugin called Vibe. So one of the things
Mhm.
that I wanted to do, in fact, Shruti Balasa, she's working on our our masterclass, and native PHP masterclass, our course that we're selling on our website. Um, and she is building a chat app as she's going along teaching all the fundamentals. One of the
Mhm.
things that she didn't have the capacity to do was WebSockets, because we're not in the web anymore. But WebSockets are still a thing, right? Like,
Mm.
everyone uses, at native side, uses WebSockets all the time. You can imagine like a the frozen Simon look like. Ultimate distraction. So true.
I'm
He's
sorry.
self-driving too. Um,
Sometimes.
sometimes.
Yeah.
uh, yeah. So Vibe, it's a public presence and private channels. It's called Vibe. It's WebSockets. What was really interesting when I was explaining it to Simon initially, I was like, I had to bring in the the pusher SDKs, and he's like, right, and I'm like, no, not the PHP SDKs, the iOS and the Android SDKs, because it's on the native side that it renders, and then we just tell PHP what's happened. So that's out there, that's working. I did also like a clipboard app, so you can just like copy things to the clipboard, our plugin. What was the other one? Clipboard that
I'm gonna say, well, like whilst you've been talking about Vibe, we should actually shout out to Ashley because he gave us access to Bask, his new thing.
Bask.dev.
That was
Dude,
very
it's
cool.
so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. I had no problems getting up and running with it, and it just worked out of the box, and it's super fast. I feel like
Same for
it's
Reverb.
faster
I've
than
used it with
Pusher.
Reverb, and it's like all of the things just work.
Yeah, good job, dude. I can't say that enough, actually. We should shout about it. We should put it in the plugin docs or something.
Yeah.
Works great with
Oh.
Bask. Why not?
I think it already is there now.
Oh, it could be.
Maybe.
Actually, I think it is. Yeah, I think it's already
Yeah.
there, Ashley.
Big shout out to Ashlow Hindle,
Ashlow
our
Hindi.
close and personal friend Ashlow Hindle, who is fantastic.
Ashlow Hindi.
He loves jelly though, so
He
it's
lo-
all good.
He loves jelly, but he changed his name to Ashlow because he also likes Jello. He
He
just
likes
doesn't want to admit
America.
it. Yeah. Getting my name
Yeah.
changed right now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you.
AshlowHindle.com.
Yeah.
We've also got, there's 2 plugins from member of the community. He's donating us 2 plugins. Okay. Which we did not ask for, and we're super humbled by what he's done. So he's building an app. I can't remember exactly, and I probably can't talk about too much of it anyway, but he had a reason to need HealthKit and Health Connect. So on iOS and on Android, they have different things, basically the same stuff. But to be able to tap into those APIs from the device and report it inside of a native PHP application. So as he's building that out, he sent me screenshots just a few weeks before the vibes, and it was like all done in Vue.js very beautifully with these charts, and it all looked awesome. I'm like, yeah, but dude, it's super native. And so he starts building super native. He's like, how do I do charts in super native? And I'm like, I have no idea. Figure it out. And so he built a plugin for charting, and this thing is gorgeous. Like there were audible gasps at the vibes when he was demoing that and Health Connect, HealthKit. So those go kind of hand in hand. He's donating those to us. Those will be first party. He will maintain them, he said. So that's like super helpful for us, for the community at large. There's a ton of plugins. I think we've got well over 20 plugins of our own right now. And then I think there's close to 80 or so plugins that are third-party plugins that are approved. Some are free, some are paid. A lot of ours are free, actually. I think close to 15 of the 20 are free. And then we moved a bunch of stuff into core too. So yeah, plugins.
I agree with Ashlow. Donating the... I'm so sorry. Ashley, I'm probably always going to call you Ashlow now, so I apologize in advance. But donating those is ridiculously cool. What a dude.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's really, really cool. And to just like try to figure out how to make charts work, you're like, I'm not sure. And then he just builds it and he's like, oh, here you go. It can be first party.
Unreal. Hey, he's got some, you can go look at him too. He's at
Hyler Zach.
Hyler Zach at Hyler Zach on X. He tweeted just a couple days ago how fast native PHP is, that 19 microseconds, right? He wired up a chart to like a live feed. I think he's using the Vibe plugin for like real time. I could be wrong on that, but it's showing a live feed adjusting as fast as he can make it. And it is soaringly fast. It's really cool.
What's his name again? At
Hyler Zach, ZAC. HILER ZAC.
Oh, Hyler Zach with an H, right?
Yeah, Hyler.
Yeah. This should be his X account.
Boom. Shout out.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah. So there is his X account, x.com/Hyler Zach.
I mean, we can't talk about. Go on.
No, I was just like, there's so many cool things that people are building, and there's so many cool things that, like, even we've got a Bluetooth plugin coming that somebody's built and is going to be working on. That's going to be a first party plugin. We've got
in-app purchases.
yeah, in-app purchases and wallet and all of that kind of access. I've just seen a comment about files. Like actually, some of the stuff you can already use directly from the core, like accessing the file system within your app, is already part of Laravel and part of native PHP. So that's fine. But yeah, things like I want to access this feature of the platform. You can do anything with a
Mhm.
plugin. So it's just it's just very, very, very cool and very powerful, and you have everything at your fingertips, literally. It's just amazing.
We cannot mention the vibes and things that happen at the vibes without, or anything upcoming without talking about Tesseract.
Hmm.
Um, a good friend of ours came up to us and was like, "Hey, I kind of did a thing," and his personality is wired so like he'll show me something and I'm like, "Oh my god, holy crap, this is crazy!" And he's like, "Oh, and this," which is like twice as cool. And I'm like, "Oh my god!" And then he's like, "Oh, and this too," and I'm like, oh, my brain's gonna blow up.
Yeah.
So Tesseract, John Coster, who is part of the Statamic team, he's well known in the community, has been working, and I am so proud of myself for keeping my mouth shut as long as I had. I didn't tell anybody about this. Uh, he's been building this thing called Tesseract, which is a native PHP desktop application that is your all-in-one debug tool for native PHP mobile applications. So you can see console logs when you were doing the web view back in the day. You can see all of the database stuff. You can query the database on the device directly. You can change state of things. So, like as I'm counting by clicking the button, you can just change the state of that button right there inside of the desktop application. You can record all of the changes that you make and then play them back. We also, I didn't really mention it much at the vibes either. We have a whole testing suite built on Pest 5. So, or on, it's on Pest 4, but I updated 5 the other day. So you can run all of your tests within. Anytime that there's an exception caught someplace, it'll highlight it right there inside of the desktop application. There are
Mhm.
so many things that you can do with this. It is not released. It was only announced. It is coming soon. We're very excited about it. And hopefully we have it. Hopefully we have it sooner than you might think. But it's very, very, very cool, very promising tool for us.
Yeah. No, that's going to be amazing because a lot of the complexity in building mobile apps, especially, is the fact that you're either in a simulator or a real device. It's kind of connecting to this other environment. So you don't have, it's not like in the browser where you can just open the dev tools and start inspecting what's going on. You need like an extra layer of the app on the device is communicating with your laptop, your development machine, and streaming information over to that environment. And then you need to be able to process that and display it. And a lot of that's already well built in like Android Studio and Xcode, but it's also very like generic to like whatever kinds of apps you're building, and it means you have to open both of those tools if you're trying to debug something that's happening across both platforms. um, this lets you do all of that in one place. Like you would just have this app open, and there's cool things like being able to inspect the tree of nodes that are being rendered to the screen and modify them on the device without modifying your code. So you can toy around just like you can in the browser, where you can fiddle around with the CSS rules and see the design updating in real time. You get all of that. It's just John's put so much work into it. It's
Mhm.
ridiculously crazy. um, yeah, I can't wait to. I mean, I've got it set up and I don't use it at the moment because it's not working.
Mhm.
But um, I can't wait to get it working and start using that myself because,
And you
yeah,
said
it's going to
John
change everything.
Coster from Statamic, right?
Yeah, he does some work with Statomate. He's been doing mostly stuff in like Blade related tooling. I think he works for a different company. I can't remember the name of it. Um, but he
Building
does hang
for
around with the Statomate team.
JP. Yeah. Trying to make sure
Yeah,
that should be
yeah,
his
that's
account. Yeah.
yeah, it is.
Trying to make sure I accurately shout out these people because that's really great
Hmm.
that he's building that.
We're incredibly excited about that.
Mhm.
I have a lot of plans for the future. So to tie that into our, the way that we're looking at this as a business is very similar to Laravel, how they've done it. Open source,
Mhm.
everything, charge for services. So services are going to make your team more profitable, save more
Mhm.
time, etc. Bifrost is bifrost.nativephp.com is something actually we're coming up to a year anniversary, which is insane to me. In September, Bifrost is the way to get your native PHP mobile and desktop application out to the Play stores. And
Mhm.
we're adding a lot more features over the next 6 months or so, and beyond, to facilitate like over the air updates. And Simon's done some great work on like automated workflows. So you can just like, if when I tag or a new release, then it pushes to iOS or Android or both or whatever.
Mhm.
Um, so there's all sorts of cool stuff that we're going to be doing with that. I want to tie that in MCP and into Tesseract, so you can just
Mhm.
OAuth one time and tell Claude, go deploy my
Mhm.
application and see any kind of insights that we can gather from your apps in one place. So I think
Yeah.
that I don't go into Forge. I set it up one time or set up a new app one time or cloud, and I just
Mhm.
deploy. And I think that's the way of the future. I don't, it's like context switching and stuff. My
Mhm.
ADHD caffeinated brain is like, oh, another thing I've got to get to. And I just want everything in one spot. And I
You
think
just
that
want to focus on like shipping, right?
just
You
shit.
ship
Yeah.
it, you push it, and then I know, make ship happen.
There you go.
So you just want to focus on the shipping and not have it to like context switch, like you said, and like come back out of the app and what you were working on to then go into
Yeah.
the deployment platforms.
I think it fits really nicely with cloud as well because cloud it's just such an easy way to deploy applications. And I think it's starting to become clear to the community at large that it's like an affordable way,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just really really flexible as well. Like with you can make it scale to whatever scale that you need. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and we're doing something that Cloud came out with actually was mono repo support, kind
Mm-hmm.
of officially recently, wasn't it? We've got that coming to Bifrost as well. So that means you can have your backend server based API application deploying to cloud, and from the exact same repo, you can just pin it to Bifrost and have it deploying to the stores. So it's two separate applications, but you're pulling out, this one from that mono repo folder and the other one from a different one. But then you've got the same repo, which means if you attach that to Claude or whatever, it can work across both code bases at the same time, which is very cool, and powerful. But yeah, there's lots of stuff to come in that
Mm-hmm.
whole space of just making the experience easier for everybody to deploy stuff.
We
I'm
do
very
have
excited about that.
we if you're interested too, we do have like we had 3 plans on Bifrost. We added a new
Mm-hmm.
one called Apprentice. It's $10 a month. You only get access to like pushing one app, but it kind of gets your foot in the door, right? Of like let's see how this can be. And you're gonna get a ton or most of the features as they start rolling out, even
Yep.
on that over the air updates, etc. So we want everyone to come in. I mean, $10 is super affordable. And then as we grow the platform, you're just going to see more and more changes. And just like I've been on Forge since, I think I'm still paying $10 a month for Forge because I joined in like 2014, 2015,
Good.
maybe. You'll be able to do the same kind of stuff. Like to me, I'm just nostalgic. Like, look at that flex, right? I've been on Forge since the very beginning. I'm still paying the
Mm-hmm.
$10. So come in and watch us grow. You'll see it in real time. Every day we're doing something. I don't sleep ever. Simon also doesn't sleep ever.
No,
Uh,
I slept in the park yesterday. That
that's
was.
right. That's right. Good job. Congrats.
I was literally touching all the grass.
Show off. Show
Yeah.
off.
What's that like?
It
What's
was
it like
bliss.
to leave
It was
your
tell
bliss.
us,
house?
tell us, old wise man. What was it like to touch grass?
It was fantastic. You should do it sometime.
I just think my hands in jello.
Yeah.
The green
I mean,
jello, and that's close
it's
enough.
yeah, it's a close second.
Yeah.
I
We
would have
gotta
gone
have to
for
admit
jelly,
about
but
Jello. Dang it.
you
Oh,
yeah, no,
almost got you. So we said kind of what is next for native PHP. What is next for you both too? I think you guys are going to Denmark, right? Laravel Live Denmark? Or no?
I'm
Shane's
going to
going.
Denmark. Simon sadly will not join me. So
But you're speaking in Denmark, right?
I'm speaking in Denmark. I'm going up a couple days early. I'm taking my fiance to Norway, which is like just an hour
That's fun.
flight. So we're
Yeah.
gonna do a couple days looking at fjords, and then we'll go. I think we'll do a stop in Sweden also because it's right like a half hour from Copenhagen or something. Just to say
Mhm.
we did, the whole Nordic thing. So that'll be fun. I'm excited to hopefully meet DHH. Hang out with Taylor a bit. Ashley's going to be there. A couple other, Harris is going to be there. There's a bunch of cool people that I've been seeing quite a bit, and excited to hang out in another country with everybody. So it's going to be fun. I encourage everyone to come out. I don't think they've sold out of all of their tickets yet. So if you're in the area, come on out, hang out, ask questions. I'll sign your phone if you want me to. And
Sure.
we should make
We
an
will
app that does
also
that, actually.
our new VP of marketing and community will be there too.
I
Oh,
heard. What's his
Because
name?
who's that?
Aaron is speaking. Aaron Francis is
Aaron.
speaking.
Aaron Francis. Yep. It's going to do it.
Let me share the
Aronalo.
link. Here is laravellive.dk. You can go to this website to buy tickets, as well as see the speakers, and you can see the full schedule as well for both days.
It's such a good conference. Last year when I went, I mean, I almost died, not because of
Literally.
the
Oh,
conference.
no.
Literally.
Um,
That was
uh,
sad.
yeah, it was annoying. I got one day of it, and that one day was great because the venue's awesome, the people are
Hmm.
amazing, and there's this food court out the back, and you just go with your coupon and go and get whatever meal from all these
And the
different
food's really
places.
good
It
at
was
like all the
really good.
stalls.
Yeah. So
Oh, now I'm excited. I think I gained 10 pounds in Boston. So here we go.
Get
two
ready to
days
gain
of
more in
that
Denmark.
is worth it
Why I'm
for that.
taking a break from traveling for a
And
while.
it's all the Danish pastries. There's a like the Danish pastries are so good.
Yeah.
uh,
So good.
all right.
Damn them.
I'm excited. I'm leaving Saturday, next Saturday. That's crazy.
Man,
Week and a
that's
half.
coming up hot.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really good though. It's a really good conference.
Very good. Excited.
Yeah. Anything else coming up for you too that like you want to mention here?
For me, like just knuckling down, like
Hmm.
we've done this big travel and conferences and our own event, and we've put tons of work into it, and it doesn't stop. It's we've got
Hmm.
all of the feedback that we need to improve the learning, the docs, and just like shape up this thing now that we've got it to the level that I wanted to get this whole thing to years ago, and it's finally here. And now it's just a
Hmm.
case of refining it, and believe me when I say refining it, I mean actually adding a ton of other things that we
Oh,
also want to do. So there's
Yeah.
that, and but like I did some work on desktop again a few weeks ago that got seemingly got a few people excited because we're bringing all of this native stuff to desktop. So that's something that we're going to focus on. There's all the Bifrost stuff that we've been talking about and more that we haven't
Hmm.
talked about on Bifrost. There's a ton of work to do, so it's really just like create that space to get down and do all of the work.
I'm going to
Hmm.
tease. I'm going to tease. All right. So, yes, outside of native PHP, I have a life.
No.
It's not a very big life at the moment. Um, but with native PHP, there's something that we cracked just less than a week ago that it's going to again revolutionize how everything is being built on this side, and it's going to take us several months to get it fully fleshed out, but we are far from done. No, there's not going to be breaking changes. We are far from
Yeah.
done on where we're planning to be in the next 6 months, a year, 2 years, etc. It's only going to get more and more awesomer, and very excited about the things that we're doing on this side. So stay tuned.
I'm very excited. And I think with that, that's like it's a great part to start closing stream. You dropped some hints. You're peppered in some stay tuned. Big things are coming. Yeah. Mic drop. I was like, I
It
couldn't
was a
think of mic drop.
flashlight, but
Yeah.
It's a mic. We'll count it. It would have been better if it was Jello, but
yeah.
but with that said, do you have any closing words that you two want to say and where people can find you offline to stay connected and stay in touch to see what you guys are cooking over there for Super Native and Native PHP?
Yeah, for me, I would just say like I'm mostly on X, unfortunately. So x.com/Simon Hamp. That's probably the easiest way to see what I'm up to. But if you want to get hold of me, you can always email simon@nativephp.com.
Yep, same. I'm on X. It's x.com/Simon Hamp. And you can email me, Simon at NativePHP. Shane at nativephp.com. I would say we've got almost 4,000 people in our Discord server as well. So if you can't get a hold of us directly, there are people in the community that have been using this for months, years now, actually, especially on the desktop side, that can point you in the right direction on things. So come on in. The water's fine. I don't like Discord any more than any one of you, I promise. But it is a happening spot. It does work. It is effective. And there's a growing community there for native PHP devs. Hop in.
And you should just send. I'm going to set it up, so don't send it right now. But we're going to have a jelly at nativephp.com. and jello at nativephp.com, and we'll do a little competition about who gets the most emails, but do that in like 20 minutes.
Okay. I'm going to set up a bot to email Jelly at nativephp.com.
No cheating.
Is it cheating or is it just me being innovative?
That's it.
Well,
it's not cheating.
Yeah, smart.
Only losers say don't cheat,
Dang it, now we have Ashley or Ashlo. I'll set up my bot right now. Now we're going to have bot for bot.
Right, so then it's going to come out who's better at building bots.
So you just make a bot that creates more bots.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, we've got one of those already.
Take down his bot.
Jello bots.
Good stuff.
Jello bots, yeah. Well, thank you both for coming on and being on stream. Thank you, Shane, for doing this great demo, even while Simon and I were distracting you with Jelly and Jello.
I know where you both live. And I've got a lot of frequent flyer miles, so
just show up with Jelly and it's okay. Or I said Jelly that time. I meant Jello. Oh man, he's getting to me. But thank you both. And if you want to learn more about Native PHP, you can go to their website as well, nativephp.com, which I linked earlier, or make sure you also follow them on Twitter, which I linked their Twitter accounts above, and I also linked the Discord invite as well. So make sure you stay connected with them to see what all they're doing with SuperNative and Native PHP. And if you want to see more of me and live streams here on Laravel, I'll be doing a LaraCon recap stream probably this Friday. And then next week, Devin and I will be back for our reoccurring Laravel Cloud office hours. And I'll also be doing a live stream with Joe Dixon next Friday, where we will show the mono repo and next Nux support on Laravel Cloud. We'll be showing off an app that is built using a mono repo with Next or Nux on the front end, Laravel backend, and deploying it on Laravel Cloud and answering any questions you have there. So hopefully I will see you there, and thank you all for being here. Bye.
Thanks for having us. It's amazing.